What's going on, everybody? It's Tanner. Welcome to another episode of T's Race Corner. Today we are discussing Michigan. I'm back again with Logan, and we're just going to discuss Michigan, what happened, what we thought of the race, any other questions, stuff we have, input. So, what did you think about the race first off?
Well, the race wasn't too bad overall. I saw the new downforce package, which helped for the lead changes a little bit. We saw a couple guys fighting Joey Logano off. In the end, Joey was a little too strong for anyone else to really have a chance.
Yeah, Joey Logano's car, he just basically dominated the whole race. He led like 153 laps. Yeah, he led 153 laps. Pretty dominating car, pretty dominating day for him. So we'll start off with our picks. My pick was obviously Joey Logano, so he won. Good for me, bad for everyone else. I didn't really want him to win anyways. And then I had Kyle Larson coming in at third, so I had two solid picks. I knew Kyle Larson, he normally runs good at those fast tracks where he can kind of run whatever line he wants, and Joey Logano in the Fords, they normally always do good.
Yeah, and I picked Junior, who ended up finishing 39th. I thought that maybe the Hendrick group could fight for the win. I know Junior's won there before, but he got wrecked out there towards halfway of the race. So he finished 39th, and then I picked Kevin Harvick, who finished 5th.
Yeah, not too bad of picks. I mean, Junior, he did struggle and ended up getting wrecked and finishing 39th, so not a good day for him. But the new downforce package, I thought it worked out pretty well. I mean, we saw some good passing and just an overall like better kind of racing, I guess. It wasn't the most exciting race though, like you said. And it was green till lap 46, and then Brad Keselowski, he started to have like fuel issues, but then Martin Truex Jr. ended up spinning, kept it off everything, saved it. And then when he was racing with Clint Boyer, but it brought out the caution, so that kind of saved Brad Keselowski in the terms that he didn't have to pit under green. And then lap 52, Kyle Busch, he blew his engine. It just went up in flames. I thought it looked pretty cool, even though it's Joe Gibbs' cars, and I want to see Joe Gibbs do good. But yeah, that ended Kyle Busch's day early. He's been having some kind of bad luck lately. He started off the season strong, but he's starting to go down a little bit.
Yeah, and then lap 52, or actually lap 62, Chris Buescher got a little bit loose underneath Dale Jr. That's where Dale wrecked. Buescher slid up the track a little bit, got into Jr., and Jr. clipped AJ Allmendinger, who was outside of him, and they both went into the wall, sent Jr. sliding back down the track, and that basically ended his day. So then we saw Chase Elliott leading laps again. And I was just wondering what you think, what Chase can do this year, the rest of the season.
I think he's going to do pretty good. I mean, we saw him run good at Pocono, and then today at Michigan, or whenever Sunday at Michigan. He was starting to run good. He's starting to figure out how the car works, how the aero packages are. He's starting to get the feel for how the Cup cars. So I think he'll be able to carry this momentum. I don't know if we'll be able to see him get a win, but I definitely think he'll be able to maybe make it into the chase if he keeps up these top 5, top 10 runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then let's see, right in front of Chase Elliott, Regan Smith had a tire problem, went into the outside wall. Tough luck for him. He's not been running too good. And then Tony Stewart ended up finishing really good. He's had another solid run, except for at Pocono he wrecked, but he ran good there, and he ran good at Michigan. He ended up finishing 7th. So that's pretty good for him.
Yeah, and we've seen, like you said, Tony's been really turning it up lately. We'd obviously like to see him get a win in his last season, but I don't really know if that's a possibility, but I think they're going to try.
Yeah, it'd be definitely nice to see him get a win because he hasn't won for a while.
Yeah, and then back to the race, Trevor Bayne made contact with Jimmy Johnson, causing Johnson to slide up, hit the wall a little bit with the rear end, but he did save it, kept that car going. Johnson wasn't very happy with Bayne, as you can imagine. He he felt that Bain drove it in a little too hard and slid up into him on purpose. Obviously, just a racing incident, but and right in front of that, Ryan Blaney also made contact with the wall, overdrove the turn a little bit, but all three of those guys were able to keep going.
Yeah, they all made a nice recovery. And Denny Hamlin blew a tire on the front stretch, which sent him into the wall. So that ended him. That ended his day. The Toyotas didn't do too good today, actually. Most of them ended up either wrecking or having a tire engine problem. And that set up the 8 to go restart. And then Chase, he kind of messed up the restarts all day. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, he was just, I don't know what the problem was, if he used to, starting up front on the restarts, but definitely a learning experience for him. He was just really slow on the restarts. He couldn't get it at a second too quick, and Logano was able to pull away into turn one, which, they were still pretty close, which with 8 to go, I was figuring, all those cars are going to be all bunched up. They're going to be able to draft with each other to get to Logano, but didn't really see that. Logano was close around the first two turns, but from there to the end, he basically just smoked the field.
Yeah, and I feel like Joey Logano would have held off whoever tried to challenge him for the win because he led 153 laps, like I said, and this is his first win in Michigan, so that's pretty good. And the finishing results I pulled up on the left side of the screen. So see, Joey Logano got first, then it was Chase Elliott, and it's Kyle Larson. Another strong run for those two cars. We're starting to see them starting to finish up in the top five more, which is good. Then Brad Keselowski was fourth, and then Kevin Harvick's fifth.
Uh, Sixth was the first Toyota for Joe Gibbs. That's Carl Edwards. Um, Seventh was Tony Stewart, another strong run for Tony. Eighth was Austin Dillon. Ninth was Jamie McMurray. So McMurray, he's always there. I just never able to really get a win. Kurt Busch was 10th after his win last week. 11th was Ryan Newman. Martin Truex Jr. 13th was Casey Kane. 14th was Matt Kenseth. Trevor Bayne was 15th.
And then Jimmy Johnson was 16th and Ryan Blaney 17th. As we said, they had that little incident where they both kind of hit the wall, but they were able to keep it up in the top 20 at least, which is, I guess, a good recovery. And then Paul Menard was 18th, Greg Biffle was 19th, and rounding out the top 20 is Chris Buescher. And then the other notables, Junior got 39th because of the
Wreck.
Yeah, because of the wreck, and then Kyle Busch blown motor. So pretty good day, I guess, for the Chevys mostly. Most of the top 10 was Chevys, except we had the two Penske Fords with Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski up there, which is a good run for them. But the RCR cars did pretty good.
Yeah, but I was looking for, usually in the top 20 you can find a couple of outliers, the guys who don't usually run up front. But this week at Michigan was, what we kind of expected, all the strong guys really finishing up front. I mean, the only really surprises are Chris Buescher, who was 20th. Like you said, the RCR cars were up front. They all finished in the top 20. And Trevor Bayne finished 15th. So I remember towards the end of the beginning of the season, Bayne was saying that top 15 runs for them were like wicked good momentum. So
Yeah, the Fords they're starting to kind of hit their groove, but they're all still finishing in 15th to 20th, which is I guess better than 20th and below. But
yeah.
I think we might be able to see them get up a little bit further, but I don't know. Paul Menard finished pretty good, I guess, for the RCR bunch. Um, and then, yeah, the Toyotas, they didn't really finish too good. I mean, we only have Carl Edwards, which is the only up near the front in the top 10. Then we have Martin Truex Jr. in 12th, and then Matt Kenseth in 14th. So the Toyotas didn't have too good luck running out today, or running in Michigan. But yeah, the only surprises I really see in the top 10 are, I guess, Austin Dillon and kind of Tony Stewart. I don't know. I know he's a good driver, but just hasn't had it recently. And then Jamie McMurray. And then let's look at the point standings right now. So nothing really changed except for Joey Logano obviously locking himself into the chase with a win. So we have Kyle Busch in first with 3 wins, then Brad Keselowski with 2. Carl Edwards is third, then Jimmy Johnson is fourth. Kevin Harvick is fifth with 1 win. Kurt Busch is sixth. Joey Logano is seventh, locking himself in. Martin Truex Jr. is eighth. Matt Kenseth is ninth, and Denny Hamlin is 10th.
11th is Chase Elliott. These are all guys without a win. Dale Jr. is 12th. 13th is Austin Dillon. 14th is Jamie McMurray. 15th is Ryan Newman. And 16th is Ryan Blaney. And after them is the guys who are not yet into the chase but are really close. 17th is Casey Kane. 18th is Trevor Bayne. 19th is Kyle Larson. And 20th is AJ Allmendinger.
Yeah, so the top 12 are really, I think, the ones that are kind of consolidated. Well, I guess 11th and 12th. Not, the top 12, yeah, obviously they're in the chase, unless they all just have a meltdown and finish outside the top 30 in points, which I don't think will happen. But here is kind of the bubble zone, kind of the danger zone of drivers that'll probably flip flop a little bit. I don't really know about AJ Allmendinger, how well he's going to do throughout the season. Kyle Larson, I would kind of expect to be in the chase, hopefully. Casey Kane, again, I'd kind of expect him to, but he hasn't been running too good. But other than that, Dale Jr. and Chase Elliott, I feel like they're pretty good right there as long as nothing too terrible happens. Chase Elliott is starting to figure it out, so hopefully he'll stay right there.
Yeah, so out of Casey Kane, Trevor Bayne, Kyle Larson, and AJ Allmendinger, who do you think has the best chance at a win?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to. Let's see. Like Casey Kane, I know he's a good driver. He's got that Hendrick Motorsports car, so he's got a good chance to get a win. I know the Hendrick cars normally run good at Talladega, so maybe he'll avoid the big one and stay up there, get some help from one of his teammates, maybe get a win. Trevor Bayne, I don't really see him getting a win anytime soon, as well as any of the other Fords that are Roush cars. They just haven't had enough speed and not enough consistency to really be up there in front contending for wins. Kyle Larson is probably the best pick to get a win, and he's been racing really good, getting good finishes. I'm surprised he's actually not in the top 16 in points right now, but I feel like he'll actually get up in there, maybe get a win. But AJ Allmendinger, we have road courses coming up, which he normally runs good at. He won at Watkins Glen for his first win, so we might see him get a win there, but I don't know. Those road courses are always just up in the air, and you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, in 2 weeks we have Sonoma, so we could see Allmendinger be up there. We could see McMurray maybe get a win there. Tony Stewart, any of those guys, really good road course racers. So, we'll see. I don't know about Trevor Bayne, obviously, but I think Kyle Larson and Casey Kane and those guys definitely have a good shot.
Yeah, they do. They do. All right, so our picks for Sonoma. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right, my picks for Sonoma are going to be Kurt Busch, who finished second last year. He's a pretty good road course racer. I think he'll do good. And then I'm going to have to go with Carl Edwards since he won it in 2013. He's my favorite driver, so we just got to go with him. So, yeah, I think he'll do pretty good. He's not terrible at road courses. He's got that Joe Gibbs car, which they normally run good at road courses, so I think he'll be able to get the win.
All right. Well, we've seen. I mean, Carl won in a Roush car, so you never know.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trevor has the skills on a road course, but we'll see. My picks are. I'll take Kyle Busch, defending race winner. Obviously, he's going to be strong. I know he is. He's really picked it up on the road courses lately. So that's my first pick, and my second pick is going to be Jamie McMurray. This one might be surprising, but I name he's always there. He's a pretty good road course racer. Hasn't really had anything to show for it, but I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Busch is a good pick, and then Jamie. Yeah. I mean, you never know. He might end up doing good.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, you never know. So that race is going to be in 2 weeks. A little bit of an off week. So just go out and enjoy Sunday. I don't know what to do with my life when there's not NASCAR on Sunday.
Right.
All right, so that's all we have for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry it's a little bit late. We had a little technical difficulty. It's all Logan's fault. And then so yeah, that's all we have. Leave a like, subscribe. Go check out last week's Tease Race Corner. Anything else you want to say?
Go enjoy your off week.
Yep, go enjoy your off week. All right, see you guys later.
See ya.